Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ok Xoomer. My name's Aaron Lichtig, Xometry guy and former Jeopardy champion, and I'll be your host today, as always. I'm really excited to talk to Jake Hall today. Jake Hall is the Manufacturing Millennial. You may have seen him on LinkedIn, seen some of his great videos and content. Welcome, Jake.
Thanks, Aaron, for having me.
Excellent. So how did you get started at being the Manufacturing Millennial?
Yeah, I think it came in two parts. The first one is the idea happened last fall of 2019 when I was sitting in a room of a bunch of business owners in the automation distribution world. And it was me and hundreds of other gentlemen, and I was the only one sitting in that room under the age of 40. And while doing that, I came to the realization that millennials and younger generations are not really well represented in the automation and manufacturing world. It seems to be an industry that's aging out, especially when it comes to skilled labor. And I thought, man, there needs to be a better way to promote this industry to younger generations. So that's kind of the whole thought. And I said, well, I'm a millennial. I love manufacturing. I'll come up with this thing called the Manufacturing Millennial. And that's how the name came about. The whole content and stuff really didn't start until the mandatory work from home happened in the March, April timeframe, as a lot of states started to shut down as a result of COVID. And within that position I was at before, I said, well, shoot, I can't get in front of my customers and have face-to-face conversations. And webinars are going to get old real quick. Text messages are not going to be answered as rapidly once, we're in the third, fourth week of this thing. And at the time we thought it was just going to be a 4-month, stint working from home, but things changed. So I said, I need to find a way to get content and find engaging ways to talk with my current customers and future ones. So I used LinkedIn as a platform to say, I'm going to share really interesting product review videos around manufacturing and automation, and then also share really cool processes. And from that, this whole thing has developed into me sharing a pretty much a daily video during the weekday of just a really unique manufacturing process that someone might not have seen before, how it works, and people love watching it.
How should companies think about millennials, hiring millennials, getting the most out of millennials in the workplace?
Yeah, every generation is different, right? Us millennials, we call older people boomers, and the boomers call us millennials snowflakes, and there's a bunch of names out there. But I think each generation has its own way of communicating and being influenced by how we buy and we do deals. I think my generation, we grew up with technology. We grew up with the cell phone. We grew up with the computer. That's all we've ever known. And so a lot of the information, the way we communicate, is virtually. When manufacturers and other companies are transitioning from an older workforce to incorporating younger generations, they need to take that technology and the way us younger generations communicate and adapt those things. In a sense where if a company wants to attract a younger generation of workforce, and as engineers and people who make decisions are younger, they need to communicate on their level, and they need to use other millennials to do that. So a recommendation would be is, how is your company currently doing its marketing strategy? Or how are they communicating the products that they have and the solutions that are out there? And are they communicating it on a way that other people are looking at it? So a millennial likes his cell phone. A lot of times they like taking pictures. They like recording videos. Use a younger person within your company to create content, to share the story that your company is solving and the problems that they are solving, and make it in an authentic way where if you have a younger person who's a subject matter expert about whatever problem or product that you solve, have them share that in an authentic way. And it's going to attract other people who are like-minded in the virtual world, and to connect and share those solutions.
You produce a lot of your content for LinkedIn. Why did you decide on that platform?
I view LinkedIn as where my target market's going to be. There's going to be a higher density of people that I connect with and people that follow me who are engineers, managers, executives, C-level people than over a YouTube video or that. So I viewed it in multiple stages where, first of all, I need to create an audience that I can engage with to get feedback off of, to be able to build up my basically portfolio of content that I share. And the idea was starting with LinkedIn because that's where a lot of that content and people exist. And that's been great so far. In about 8 months, I've gained over 10,000 followers on LinkedIn and accumulated over 2 million views. And that's been wonderful. And as 2021 progresses down the road, I'm going to start making ways to share cross content. So that's going to be, on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, or making really interesting short videos on TikTok, and start really to cross-platform. But I think with a lot of professional companies, a lot of their original audience where the deals and discussions are made, LinkedIn is a phenomenal platform for it to start.
What excites you most about manufacturing, the industry, and being a millennial in manufacturing heading into 2021?
That I think we are at, well, we are. I mean, we're right now at a point in the industry that we've never been before with Industry 4.0 and IoT. More companies are adapting to technology than they ever have before. And when you can start seeing all of these processes that have been manual labor for decades, and they're now beginning to be automated with vision systems and collaborative robots and new ways to collect and process data, it's just exciting to start turning these really labor-intensive processes into more automated solutions for companies.
Why do you think manufacturing is a good industry for millennials to be a part of at this stage of the game?
There's so much technology that's available at their fingertips, from everything from mechanical to robotics and machine design to, if they want to get on the more virtual side, right? I mean, manufacturing companies are adapting IoT at a rate that they've never been before. And so as companies take this physical manufacturing processes and they begin to collect the data off of it, it really opens the doors for, younger generations who like information technology and the data side of things to be a part of that manufacturing world just as much as the person who liked to sit behind a computer and program a PLC or draw a machine up in 3D CAD.
Awesome. Now, in addition to being the manufacturing millennial, you also have another job, a day job. Can you tell us a little about what you do there?
Yeah, so I joined the team over at Fine Zelstra earlier this year in 2020, and I'm a business development manager for them, working in their industrial tech and electrical services group. So with that, it's been a great just resource to go out and work with all these different end users and machine builders and be able to share with them the really cool stuff that's happening in Industry 4.0 and how to bring their company from a level of Industry 3.0 and basic manufacturing up to a really cool high-tech, understanding their data and making their manufacturing processes more efficient.
Excellent. Well, Jake, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Aaron.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. This has been Aaron Lichtig and Jake Hall, the Manufacturing Millennial. Please check him out on LinkedIn, watch his videos, follow him. Some really good stuff. You're going to learn a lot. And we'll see you again in a couple days with another episode of Ok Xoomer.